After just 3 kilometers, the AfricaEcoRace field got its first taste of thick sand through relatively small dunes in Stage 2 before heading into a navigation sector through a dry riverbed 75 kilometers in the daunting Merzega Dunes, constituting the first major challenge of the 2017 AER. From there on, the rest of the special stage was run over clean tracks, bringing the 375-kilometer time sector from Domaine Moulay to Larjam to an end, but not without its share of surprises. Perhaps the most glaring shocker came in the bike category, because two-time defending champion pal Anders Ulevesæter made a rare unforced error when he crashed at the 40-kilometer point, damaging the handlebars and the front brake on his KTM, but he limited the damage, finishing the stage in 5th, just behind Slovakia's Martin Benko, who finished 4th despite a minor fall. Local rider Harat Gabari bounced back from a disappointing Monday to do the business on Tuesday in the Moroccan dunes, which he compares to motoring down the highway, and that he did on his way to third best time at 29 minutes adrift of Monday's stage winner Gev Sella, who, despite a fall earlier in the day, stood out once again in his maiden international rally raid. This 18-year-old is a quick study.
Man, it was good. It was very nice. There are some very fast parts that I was on the full gas and the bike was going 160. There are also parts in the dunes, nice. And the navigation it was important this day.
Sella finished 90 seconds behind the day's class winner, Paolo Cecchi, who rode strong, fast, never got lost, and managed to stay on his bike to take the stage win. Today's stage was incredible. It was a real rally raid stage. We had dunes, we had tracks, mountain portions. The navigation was really tough, but I'm very happy because I'm beginning to understand my bike. Today I won, and I couldn't be happier.
Et on a gagné aujourd'hui et donc très content.
As we look at the results, there is some sad news to report with the crash suffered by Frenchman Norbert Dubois, who went down 300 meters from the finish and was taken to hospital. Cecchi wins the stage ahead of Sella and Gabari and moves ahead of the Israeli in the general classification. Ulevesæter is 3rd while Gabari moves up to 4th. A pioneer among pioneers, Arnaud Jocard is attempting quite an adventure. His only goal in the AfricaEcoRace is to ride along the shores of Lake Rose without consuming a drop of petrol.
Le réservoir à essence, pour la forme, on l'a mis.
Well,
tu vois,
the form of the petrol tank is there.
Un décor.
Well, we just did it for decoration.
C'est que des batteries, alors on peut voir un petit peu avec la caméra si vous voulez.
There is no petrol, not a drop. It's 100% electric. If you look here, on both sides there are 2 batteries with 5 kilowatts and one centrally located 8 kilowatt battery, making 28 kilowatts in all. And normally I can ride maybe as much as 200 kilometers, and with a little bit of attention we can ride at 80 kilometers in the mountains, which is quite promising. Well, the problem with electricity compared to petrol is that a battery delivers an equivalent 10 times less than a drop of petrol in terms of kilowatts. So, I have to be very careful in the sand, which makes it a challenge, but I do like that.
Voilà, c'est un challenge. J'aime ça. Donc. Là, non, il n'y a pas une goutte d'essence.
No, there's not a single drop of petrol. The goal is to prove that you can ride in the desert and respect the environment. It's the future. This is my job. And, of course, this is the future, because using 100 liters of fuel to go 100 kilometers in the desert isn't right. With 6 battery packs, Arnaud can also change batteries at any point in the special stage thanks to his rapid assistance vehicle. So 1 stage down, but 11 to go before the finish in Dakar to make a bit of clean energy history.
Voilà, je suis à l'arrivée.
Well, I made it to the end of the stage, which is the most important thing.
Beaucoup de travail à faire.
Now there's a lot more work to do.
Ça se joue à pas grand-chose.
There's not much in it, actually.
Là, je commençais à doubler les gars.
I began to pass my other competitors, which was great, with an electric bike. I had quite a lot of fun with the bike.
Et 10 km à la fin, je vois la consommation que j'ai faite.
And at the end, I saw how little I consumed, and I was just amazed at how well this bike ran.
Parce que sinon, je grillais les matrices. Bon, j'ai quand même fait toute la liaison, plus une.
I did all the liaison section. I did everything I needed to do today.
40 km à peu près.
About 140 kilometers.
C'est pas mal.
Which isn't bad. The car truck category also had its share of surprises, and the first concerns Elizabeth Jacinto. She was aiming to be on the top spot at Lake Rose, but her Africa race came to an end when she blew the engine in her MAN truck 50 kilometers after the start. Patrick Serejol had his automatic inflation system shut down, and then he got lost before being blocked by a truck, relegating him to 7th in the stage. Terry Magnaldi also wasn't having an easy go of it and was visibly upset with himself at the finish line. We made a small mistake at the fork in the tracks, and instead of turning back, we kept going until the next note and went 7 kilometers the wrong way. And then we drove and we drove and we drove, and then we arrived at a dune, and we thought we could get on without deflating, and I wanted to go to the left to look at the tracks, and then we got stuck like proper rookies, and that really frustrated me, and we lost some 10 minutes. This wasn't our best day. Magnani finished 5th behind Guillaume Gomez, starting 8th. The Frenchman drove like he did in his open-wheel racing days to set 4th best time on the day. No worries for last year's run-up Pascal Thomas, who was also in an Optimus buggy and was careful not to get lost. His day resulted in a top 3 time, just 44 seconds behind Russia's Andrei Karganov in the Kamaz, who is a rally race specialist, as he demonstrated in finishing 2nd on the day.
Yes, I hope we show good results because we drive very fast, very quickly. But we pierced the wheel about on 3rd, maybe 5th kilometers. We quickly changed the wheel. It took about 7-6 minutes and continue the race later.
But the standout drive of the day goes to his countryman, Vladimir Vasilyev. The 3rd place finisher on the 2016 Silkway Rally set his 2nd consecutive scratch time of the Africa race. Everything went to plan. We didn't push hard. We didn't want to damage the car at all. We will gradually push harder, but everything is fine. Vasilyev wins stage 2 ahead of Karganov and Thomas. 2015 Africa race winner Jean-Antoine Sabatier completes the top 6. Vasilyev now has a 25-minute, 25-second lead from Thierry Magnaldi. The day's best image goes to Gev Sela. The 18-year-old competed in the dunes for the first time in his young career, and despite this spectacular fall, he soldiered on. And that is all for today. Tomorrow's Stage 3 will feature a 433-kilometer special stage between Tegunit and Isht, and we will leave you with the best images of the day.